Welcome back to Thursday Beer Club, and welcome to our regular Thursday beer review. As promised, out to the supermarket, 3 beers for an equal review, and this week is amber ales. So, hope we've had all a pleasant week. Certainly been an interesting week for me. My first YouTube week, really quite enjoyable. Great to see people watching the video. Thank you for the engagement. Thank you for those that have subscribed. And if you're considering subscribing, it doesn't cost anything, and I really appreciate it. A little bit of learning from the first video, so I'm going to try and make it a little bit quicker for you. I know maybe I waffled a bit last week, so I do apologise, but every day's a school day, as they say, and we're learning every time. So let's crack on and see how we go. So amber ales, bottled amber ales, massive category in the UK. One of my favourite types of beer, if the truth be known, and some real big hitters in this. Now, there's a missing beer here. Really, we should have Dunbar on the bar here, but the rules say 1 supermarket, 3 beers, and I went to Asda's this week, and Asda's don't sell bottled Dunbar. Well, not the one in Newport anyway. They only had Dunbar in cans. So I chose two of the next biggest in Old Speckled Hen and Spitfire, and a bit of a random one on the end there, Black Sheep Ale, and I'll tell you the reasons for the Black Sheep in a little bit. So let's crack on and crack on with the Old Speckled Hen. Now, Old Speckled Hen, it's been around since 1979, made by the Morland brewery originally to celebrate 50 years of MG car production in Oxfordshire. And as you can see, lovely head, and as amber ales go, I think we'd all agree, it's amber. So yeah, it was launched in 1979 to celebrate 50 years of MG car production in Abingdon. It's now owned by Green King and produced by St Edmunds, I believe, in Suffolk. It's 4.8%, and it's one of the kings of bottled amber ale. So lovely smell, really quite caramel smells. Oh, and it tastes good. It's that bitter taste, but just with that fruitiness, a little bit of fruit and a little bit hoppy, but you're drinking something a little bit out of the ordinary. It's 4.8%, but it tastes like, a strong beer. Not a beer that's going to hurt you, not a beer that's going to kill you, but a real lovely quality pint there. This wasn't expensive either, guys. These are 4 for £7 in Asda, so £1.98 a pint. You can see why it's one of the big ones. That's a lovely drink. Oh, I should have bought 6, shouldn't I? Probably drop more in there for when we come back to it. Right, Spitfire. Now this Kentish amber ale, made by the Shepherd Neame Brewery in Faversham, the oldest recognised brewer in the UK, been there since 1968. This was another special edition, made in 1980 to celebrate 50 years of the Battle of Britain. So, got to remember back in the time, late 70s, early 80s, beer was rubbish. Albright, Whitbread Best, they were rubbish beers. They were early 3s alcohol percentage wise, only available in pubs. The off trade didn't really exist, and these were premier beers of their time. So let's get this Spitfire poured and see what we think of it. Right, 4.2%. That's a little bit weaker than the Old Speckled Hen. A little bit lighter to look at as well. It's not. It's amber. It's definitely an amber ale, and the head's holding lovely though, isn't it? That head's looks a lot creamier than the Old Speckled Hen. Hasn't got the caramel aromas of the Old Speckled Hen. Not saying it's older less, but it's certainly not got beery punch that the Old Speckled Hen's got. Not a lot between them taste-wise though, guys. Maybe not the fruity tones of the Old Speckled Hen, and you can you don't taste the alcohol content as much as the Old Speckled Hen either, but that's a quaffable beer, that one. You know, that really is a quality pint. But I was expecting this one to be tight. These Embad ales. Right. Random Black Sheep Ale. Been around since 1992. Black Sheep, because he was set up by Paul Theakston. Family brewery, was sold to Newcastle breweries, and Paul Theakston and Theakston's fame set up on his own. And Black Sheep Ale was the one. Why is Black Sheep on my bar? Well, we turn round in the snug. He's also one of the very nice early Black Sheep pump clips. And the reason for that, Black Sheep was one of the first ales I had on cask as a young man. My grandmother had a pub, and I loved pubs. I grew up in pubs, and I always had an interest in beer and being around it. And in the early 90s, there was the cask ale resurgence in the UK, really. Cask ales weren't a thing in South Wales back then. You know, they had very much died down in the 70s and the 80s, and just the hardcore of Yorkshire and London really stayed with them. And South Wales, it was all chemical crap on the bar, really. And we decided we'd put a few hand pumps in and get some cask ale. And I went out of my way as a young man. I was still in my teens to get Black Sheep. And it was a magnificent pint. Me and my best friend still talk about it to this day. You couldn't fault the Black Sheep, and a lot of fond memories. So this one had to be in the Amber Ale category, didn't it? Now 4.4%. So between the two, again, lovely head. Colour-wise, more than likely the lightest of the two, lightest of the three, really, and maybe not the pure clarity that the Old Speckled Hen's got. You know, maybe a slightly cloudier brew. So, now smell-wise, that almost smells craft. That you know, you can smell the hops. You can smell them. Oh yeah, this. That's not as fruity as the Old Speckled Hen. More of a traditional bitter finish to it. The smell is better than the other two. There's no doubt about it. If we were talking purely aroma, Black Sheep's got this in the bag and some. Clarity's not doing it for me though, guys. It's, you know, I keep wiping the glass thinking it's crossing over, but it's not. It's the clarity of the beer. It's not there with the other two, but let's give the other two a top up to give us a fair comparison, shall we? Because it's important we get this right. As I say, these are powerhouses of beer tonight, aren't they? We got to make sure we get these ones right. So, right, to look at clarity, hands down, Old Speckled Hen's winning this one. More of an amber note, beautifully clear, holes in the glass, lovely. That's a win for Old Speckled Hen. I'd say Spitfire's not far behind. The head on the Black Sheep is better, but the clarity's not there, so definite win for Old Speckled Hen. Taste-wise, The Black Sheep's more rounded than Spitfire. The finish on Black Sheep is a traditional bitter finish. It's certainly not as fruity as the Old Speckled Hen, but I don't think Spitfire's fetching anything unique to the test here. So we're definitely going to say goodbye to Spitfire. It's a good beer though, guys. It's £2.2 a pint, 4.2%. Really was. Even though this isn't going to win, you can see why this sells, okay? That is a nice beer. You wouldn't be disappointed with it. Well done, Shepherd Neem. Good one. It's not going to win today, sadly, but it's a good beer. I knew they were all going to be good beers, in fairness. The choice is really whether or not. Yeah, guys, this is going distinctive English pale ale. Look at the clarity, look at the head. Just because of the classic bitter notes, but the fruity notes are come through, and the caramelness is coming through it as well. For me, I didn't expect this. As I say, Black Sheep, special place in my heart, that beer, and lovely. Really good beer, but I think there's clear Old Speckled Hen's the winner today, guys, no doubt about it for me. That's the one. There's a reason why they sell so much of it. It's a quality pint. Really happy with that. What a good test. 3 really good beers. Hope you enjoyed it. You can disagree with me, totally welcome to. I might have called it wrong. Called it for my taste, and that's the point with beer. We've all got different tastes. We all like different things. It's a category I really enjoy testing. If there's a category you'd like me to try, tell me. Put it in the comments. Subscribe. And, well, till next Thursday, thank you for watching and enjoy your beer.